Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very different video for me. I'm actually going to do a makeup tutorial. Now, just a quick disclosure, I'm obviously not a makeup artist. I'm not even a makeup YouTuber, so I'm pretty much a novice at this. I think I've done like one previous makeup video and I really hated how the video came out. But it got a few views actually, but I just feel like I keep talking about in my fashion forecast, there's this picture on there of a girl with really beautiful natural makeup, and I keep saying how much inspiration I'm getting from it and how I've been doing my makeup super naturally. I mean, I'm still putting makeup on, it's not like completely natural obviously, but it's a very subtle, a really pulled back look. So I thought, why keep talking about it when I can just show you? So yeah, I just wanted to quickly say that though, because this isn't going to be the best makeup tutorial you've ever seen, but I still wanted to show you how I've been doing my makeup recently. Also, I'm sorry if the light keeps going in and out. I'm using natural light today because I can't fit my box lights in here, so sorry if the lighting keeps going up and down, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so to start off, I normally put a hairband on just to get all of my hair out of the way so that it's not annoying me the whole time I'm doing my makeup. The first product that I start with is the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base Primer. I've been using this for ages actually, and like honestly, it's one of the best primers I've ever used. I haven't actually used like that many. I kind of found this one and really liked it, so I just carried on with it. But it's just really good at making like a good matte base for your makeup to sit on all day, and I find that my makeup lasts longer when I use this. And I mainly just used it on my forehead because that's where you get like oily and sweaty throughout the day, and on my nose and around my mouth, just all those places that like probably get touched the most as well. It just helps make your makeup stay a little bit longer. Okay, so the next thing I do is I do my concealer before I do my foundation. I used to do it the other way around, but just for the last like year or so I've been doing my concealer first. No real reason why, I just feel like it sits underneath the makeup a little bit better. So I actually use 3 concealers, not necessarily because I need them, but they just all have different sort of ways that they work, so I just try and use like 3 because I use them for different things. So the first one I use is the Rimmel London Wake Me Up Concealer. This is a really old favourite of mine, but it's always really good for underneath the eyes. It's so brightening. It's not particularly got much coverage, hence why I use 2 more for stuff like that. But I really like this for underneath the eyes because it's so brightening, and the shade I use is 010 Ivory. The next concealer I use is the Revlon COLOURSTAY concealer, and I use this one for coverage. So I do this one around my nose, just here like where I get like little rosy cheeks down here, and around my mouth a little bit because this one's got really good coverage. And the shade I use is 01 Fair. And then the last one, which I used to use this quite often, this is like the famous Maybelline Anti-Age Eye Eraser concealer. It's got like 500 names on there. This is really good. I hate the applicator though, I have to be honest. It's so messy. I find like there's literally products still in there from the last time that I used it, which I just believe can't be hygienic. It's not my favourite, but I picked it up because it was like an old one, and people were still raving about it, and I just forgot why it was good. And it is a good product, like the formula is really good, but I just hate the applicator so much. But I just use this over the top. Once I've blended in the Wake Me Up, I use this over the top, and this is in the shade Neutralizer. They came out with 2 new shades, Neutralizer and Brightener, and I chose the Neutralizer because I get like blue veins under my eyes. So yeah, I use this over the top. So I'll show you how I use these now. So first of all, starting with the Wake Me Up concealer. Sorry if I look down, by the way, I've got my mirror down here. So I start with this underneath my eyes, and I make like the classic sort of triangle shape, like so. And this is going to just brighten up my under eyes and if I used foundation alone, then I don't think it would like cover my under eyes as well. So this is why I use this first. And then I go in with the Revlon COLOURSTAY on all the areas that I find get a little bit red. Just all the little areas where I get like little spots or something. And that is for coverage. Then I go in with the Real Techniques like baby sponge. I'm not sure of their exact name, but they're the little tiny ones. And I blend all of that in. So I start with under my eyes, and you can see that it's quite a lot brighter looking now. It's already covered some. It has got good coverage, but not like insane. But to be honest, I don't really mind that. But I just use the COLOURSTAY, the Revlon COLOURSTAY, for all the places that have redness, because it's a lot more pigmented and that works really well. So once I've blended those two concealers in, I then go in with the eye eraser eye, whatever, it has like 500 names. I only do like one little click because, like I said, there's always too much product on this thing. I hate it. And I basically just do the exact same underneath my eyes. Like, can you see how much comes out? I hate it. It's such a bad applicator. I just really don't like it. Anyway, then I go back in with my little baby sponge and blend that out too. I'm really just using this concealer to like kind of use it up now. I like the formula. The formula is really good, but I just despise that applicator. Okay, next up is foundation, and the foundation that I absolutely love is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Now this one's like almost pretty much run out, so I actually have to like take the pump out and take it off the stick, which is obviously really annoying. And I just put the foundation on the back of my hand. Oh my god. The thing just came off in the... Oh my god. I have to try and pour it out now. So once I've got a little bit on the back of my hand, I then use my Rosie for Autograph from Marks and Spencer's. This is the Rosie Huntington Whiteley makeup range, and this is the Amazing Radiance cream, and I just put a teeny tiny dot of that in, and it just makes it really like glowy and a bit more sheer. And then I pretty much just dot it all over my face. And with this foundation, I'm in the shade 3. So once I look like I have chickenpox, I use my Real Techniques. I think this is called like the contour sponge or the shaping sponge. It's the one with like the little bit and then the big bit with the flat top. Not their classic orange one. I just really like this because you can hold on to the little bit. I just feel like I've got a bit more control. And it's got like a bigger surface area, so I can actually like blend my makeup in a little bit quicker. But then I basically just blend all of the foundation in. All over. Okay, so that's my foundation done. Then next up, I used to use... Where is it? Oh, I actually think I've taken it out. I used to use the L'Oreal Cushion de Sol sponge just to add a little bit of bronze, but I've been tending not to do that lately. I've kind of just been leaving that step out for a little while. Just as a change up, I've added some new makeup into my makeup bag and I just happened to take that one out. But the next thing I'm going to do is contour with the Benefits HOOLA Quickie Contour Stick. So this is the same as the HOOLA powder, but in a like cream stick form, which is life-changing. I don't normally use powders to contour because I just find they're not as natural looking as cream contours, so this is why I've gone to this. I absolutely love this. There's only one shade you can get, which is like the classic HOOLA colour, but yeah, I've really been enjoying this. So all you do is take the lid off and wind it up slightly, and then I'm just going to put it in like the hollows of my cheeks. Now I'm quite lucky that I have like quite high set cheekbones, so there is actually like I can actually like push my fingers underneath my cheekbones a little bit, so I can find mine quite easily. But it's kind of just from the tops of your ears down in a diagonal, if yours are harder to find. And then I just take a little bit, only a tiny bit on my jaw, because I hate it when people do too much and then they kind of just look like they've got a bit of a beard going on. And then I take a tiny little bit on my forehead as well. So those are like the main places that I do it. So that's the HOOLA Quickie bronzer stick. Absolutely love that. And then the brush I use to blend this out is the Real Techniques Targeted Blending Brush. I really like this one. It's like quite a narrow flat brush, like it's like a little kabuki brush that's quite narrow, so it's really nice for getting in to these areas, because you can like, it's quite dense for a start, so it blends out the cream really nicely, and also it's little, so it doesn't spread it around too much, which I quite like. And then I'm going to blend it all out with this brush, and then I'm going to go over with my beauty blender just to make sure it's all blended. But like, as you can see, a little goes a long way, because I only put a little bit on the side of my jawbone here. I need to accentuate it really. I mean, I have like quite a strong jawbone anyway, so it doesn't need too much, but just a little bit. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to go over everything with my beauty blender just to make sure it's all really blended, because I feel like if you don't blend out your contour properly, it can really ruin like a natural look. I always find contour is the hardest thing to blend out and make it look natural, and I find that if you go over it with your beauty blender that's already got like foundation on, it sort of blends out way better, and it becomes like your second skin almost. So I think that just looks so much more natural. You can see like there's a little bit of definition there, but not too much, and I think that's the key really. So now I've done that, I'm going to warm up the face a little bit. Like I said, I would normally use my Cushion to Soul bronzer, but I'm actually changing it up a little bit, and I'm using a really old product. You actually might not be able to get your hands on this anymore, but this is from Avon from years ago, and it's the Colour Trend Final Touch Translucent Tan Powder. But these things are so easy to get. I know like the is it Maybelline that do the Fit Me range? There's one of the powders in the Fit Me range which is like almost the exact same colour as this, and it's such a good one because it's like a really subtle matte bronze. So what I'm going to do is take it on my Real Techniques Duo Fibre Face Brush, and just take that over the cheeks and over the forehead, and it just gives like a really subtle warmth to the skin basically. So that just warms my face up a little bit more, and then I'm going to go in with the Soap and Glory Glow All Out Blush, and I think this is the colour, I think the colour is Shimmer Switch. That's what it says on the back, but I don't know if that's like the range. I always get really confused. And then I'm using my Duo Fibre Face Brush again. This is such a pretty colour. It's like a really subtle baby pink, and it does have a little bit of shimmer in it. So I just take that on my cheeks. Super natural looking. And then I go in with a really old favourite. This is from Topshop. And this is their Crescent Moon highlighter. As you can see, I hit pan ages ago on this. This is honestly my favourite highlighter ever. Absolutely love it. And the brush I'm going to use is the contour brush from Real Techniques, but obviously I'm not using it for contour. But I find that it's just a really nice little tapered brush, so it's great for highlight. And I'm obviously going to put that on the high points of my cheeks. I hope the light is picking up how pretty that is. It's so subtle, but it doesn't even look like I'm wearing powder. It almost blends out to like a cream consistency. It's honestly my favourite highlight I've ever used. Hope you can see the shine there. Okay, next up I'm going to do my brows, and I feel like I'm going to find this really difficult to show you on camera because I take quite a while to do my brows, and I'm using a new product that I have only used like a couple of times. So sorry if I have to like cut this a bit up a bit, but it might take me a little while to do them. So first of all, I'm using the eyebrow brush from And Other Stories makeup line, and I've just got like a little mirror here. I don't actually use this product anymore, it's just got a really nice big mirror in it. Oh, a little eyelash. And I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows up. Now, I'm the kind of person that likes a really natural looking brow. But what I'm going to do is, this is a new product that I bought the other day, and it's the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Before this product, I'd never ever used a brow pencil before. So this has been like a bit of a revelation to me. I've really been enjoying it. It has a spoolie on one end, which I find so great for travelling because it means I don't have to take the other brush. And then the pencil on the other end, and it just winds up. So I just wind it up, and I think I'm in the shade 2. So I'm just going to start at the front of my brow, and I'm just going to do little strokes up as if to simulate hairs basically. So I literally just hold the pencil right at the end to give more of a gentle stroke. I don't want to hold it like right down here and then like draw them on too harshly. And then when I get to like halfway through my brow, I'm doing the same technique the whole way pretty much, but I just feel like at the front I only do from the bottom upwards, and then when I get to the middle I kind of do the whole way through my brow, like little brush strokes, and then when I get to the end I just try and make them come to like a bit of a point. Okay, that's my brows done. I hope you can see a little bit of a difference. Again, they're still quite natural. I've kept their natural shape. I haven't changed the shape of them at all. I quite like the natural shape of my eyebrows anyway, so I'm pretty lucky there. So next I am going to use the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. I've been using this for ages. I actually tried to get my hands on the Benefit Gimme Brow, but they were completely out of stock in the one that I went to, and they also said that they are not getting more stock of it in until the beginning of, or the end of this month, because they're changing the formula of the Give Me Brow. But for now I'm just going to carry on using my L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper, which pretty much has the exact same applicator as the Give Me Brow. So I literally just very lightly brush this through, mainly keeping it near the front because that's where the hairs are slightly more sparse. Okay, now this isn't something that I always do, but I am going to apply a tiny little bit of shadow just to add a little bit of depth, and I'll show you what I would do if I was putting shadow on. Now obviously I'm going to keep it really natural still because this is a natural look that I'm trying to do. So this is the Urban Decay, what is it called? Naked Heat palette. I have 3 of the Naked palettes. I have Naked 2, Naked Smoky and Naked Heat. So this is the newest one that they came out with last summer. It's got some really gorgeous colours actually. It's like mainly terracottas, burnt oranges, a couple of lighter ones down here and then darker ones up to the end. A nice balance of matte and shimmer in this one, and I think that's why this is probably my favourite one that I own at least. So starting off, I'm going to take my Real Techniques Duo Fibre eye brush. So this is a really nice like tapered fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the colour Chaser, and I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid as like a bit of a base basically. This is like a really light beige colour, so it's great for priming the eye basically. Then I'm going to take the colour Low Blow, which is like a slightly orangey brown, and I'm very lightly going to place that through the crease, mainly keeping it at the outer corner of my eye. So that's kind of the eye. It's very natural. And then for mascara, I've kind of gone back to an old favourite yet again. I was using the Marc Jacobs, is it called like the Noir Volume or something? That was really good. I really like the brush on that, but I kind of just wanted to go back to an old favourite of mine. This is the L'Oreal L'Oreal Paris Volume Million Lashes Feline. This is one that I really like. It has a great brush. It's like curved, and it's a plastic brush, and it's just got this great curve to it so that when you brush up it catches all your lashes in one go. It's so clever. So I'm literally, all I'm going to do is just brush that through. Okay, so that's it pretty much for the face. The last thing I'm going to do is my lips, and I'm going to use my Dior lip glow in the colour 001 Pink. I absolutely love this because it's like basically a tinted lip balm. It's so good for the lips. Okay guys, so this is the final look. This is my natural everyday makeup. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more makeup tutorials from me, I'll give it a go. Thanks so much for watching. Please go follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. The handles are in the description box below. Don't forget to go visit my blog, rayofstyle.co.uk, for all the latest blog posts on there, and I will see you in the next video guys. Thank you so much. Bye.